All right. C1x Road to launch day 3. In the last video, which was yesterday, we got the latest alpha version, which was number 3, pushed to Apple and Google for review. Those are both approved. They're live at the time of recording this. And I'm typically uploading these 20 minutes after I'm done recording, so they're live at the time anyone's seeing this. Certainly. We got a tutorial video filmed this morning. I drove up to a 12-hole course in Salt Lake pretty early to get that all filmed before work, for my actual current job. Because unfortunately it's not this. But yeah, so video is filmed, edited. It's uploaded on YouTube right now. And I've still got a lot of stuff to do this week. Issues with the very first alpha version kind of distracted. I don't know why I said distracted me a little bit from the goals that I had initially set out, which were much more marketing heavy. And we've really just been doing a lot of coding. I did have the 5-hour stream, I think, or 5-hour video earlier this week. We've been coding a lot of things that needed to happen. So certainly not unproductive, but not quite what I had in mind at the start of the week, which is fine because we got time, so we're going to get them done anyways. First thing I'm going to do, which I did not think about when I pushed out the last update, doesn't matter. We have in the app, where did my buttons just go? Alright, it doesn't matter. Can I why is this not showing? Alright. The dock on my Mac just switched and I don't know why. I'm gonna just screw a whole bunch of stuff up here real quick. And we'll eventually get back. There we go. Alright, I didn't screw it up that bad. So now I got the right camera. I've got my dock where it needs to be, down here. Lovely. Okay, so I have the tutorial button in here, tutorial video. If you tap on that right now, it just opens up the Google form for feedback, because that's what we set it at here, just because we didn't have a link yet to edit. So everyone in this latest version has a button for a tutorial video right now. They just don't have a tutorial video, which is fine. They'll at least get the idea that it's coming. So we are going to go to the C1x channel. I can do this over here. C1x channel, and here we go, tutorial video. So let's just tap on that actually. Alright,
pull one.
It is clearly not done processing the HD version. Oh no, it is. It just yeah, there we go. I was like, man, that does not look good, but that looks much better. Alright, so this was a 20-minute long video. It was just me running through some of the uses of C1x. We went through at the end. I went through all of the stat stuff. So yeah, not bad, right? I think it's okay. But we're going to copy that YouTube link, and then that's going to go right here inside of the quotes. Let's remove this comment. Let's reset the app, and let's go tap that button and make sure it works. And if it does, that's at least something I can cross off my C1x list. We are going to go through and revamp the to-do list a little bit here. So that's something I'm going to be doing, but let's go make sure that tutorial button works. Tutorial video. It's going to YouTube, gets to the video. Beautiful. Okay. So, tutorial video is done, and in the app, I think I had a tutorial. Was it maybe in the to add later? Global list. Users indicate new stat, new ability, share my round. I don't think I did currently. I had it on my to-do list for the week, and I can change that later. Okay, so tutorial video is done. Now what I want to do is, this is my to add later. This is, oh, here we go. That's what we fixed last time. I was looking for that task. I didn't think I made one, but I did. So that was what we finished. That was the round display view. So this view not fitting. We implemented the scrolling left and right, some other changes. So that one was done. But we have this to add later. There's some stuff on here that I think needs to be within the next couple versions of the alpha app. Some of it is stuff that doesn't need to happen for a little while, at least a little while. So we're going to go through this list real quick and try and add more pressing items to this priority task list. That'll be the list we work through. We'll keep this updated. So first, changing the starting hole. That's going to be important, not too hard. Share my round. I do think sharing to social media is going to be really important. And on that same strain, I know that this, more suited for social media posts. That's going to be crucial, and it needs to happen before the share my round button happens. We'll go through and sort these too. But pro comparisons, not crucial at the moment, will happen. Everything on this list is probably going to happen, but doesn't need to happen quite yet in the alpha version. Kind of working towards a slightly more cleaned up product, and then I'm going to start calling it the beta version, and that's when it's kind of getting close to launch time. But we're not there yet. So no pro comparisons, comparing their stats with historical DGPT data. Those are kind of the same thing. I'm going to leave those there for now. Total feet of putt, not concerned. Detailed mode, not going to happen yet. Rated round, not yet. Relative benchmarks, not yet. Recommendations, no. Hole specific stats, not yet, not yet, not yet. Not yet. Definitely no paid features in C1x right now. Kind of leaning towards not having any paid features, depending on the kind of support we get for the app. I would love to keep everything free, even as I'm adding more features. Yeah, that's my current thought right now. We'll see. Saving stats on database to show users how they stack up against the field. That's definitely down the road. This is going to be part of that detailed mode. Click noise. Probably down the road. I think button presses is going to be a pretty important part of just enticing people to actually score in the app. I think I can avoid the click noise though for a little bit. All stats selecting individual course. I do like that. Putting stats, etc. Graphic with hole. Include hole specific information. Statistics on the all stats page when a specific course has been selected in the filter. Let's slide that in here, and then I'm going to remove that section from up above. And then this filter for sorting by an individual course. I think that's a really easy and probably pretty impactful thing to add in. So we're going to do that. This one is maybe going to be important. Not yet. Really related to marketing efforts and trying to incorporate the Pro Tour with those marketing efforts. But not immediately. Could change though. App review request. Don't need a request for review right now because the app isn't published. Build out their bag. Different. This one's not important. Appearance improvements. This one is going to be. This one is definitely going to be important. We're going to move this up. I want to get C1x to at least like color-wise, font-wise, to the point that it's going to be when it launches. Trying to like get a consistent brand image in the app. Edit the name of a round. Yeah. Pretty obvious need for that, I think. We're not doing this, not doing this. These are important. This is important. This is important. This is important. This is important. And I just added that one. So these are also all going to get moved up to the priority list. Okay, so instead we can now hide this to add later, and now this is our list to work off of. What to tackle first? It's all fairly important. Maybe this all stats view filter, filtering by course. So on this view, having an option here to, not entirely sure where it would go yet. I'm not using this percentage in total. I think this is useless right now. So maybe I'll hide, maybe this will be a filter button instead. Let's go to the all stats view. Under toggle, where is it at? Under all stats, under this toggle switch, here we go. So let's just comment this out for the moment. I really don't even want to pass that data. You know? Just the mode. If I comment this out, I know I'm referencing it, so I'm going to create errors there. We can leave it. If I ever end up altering a mode, that's fine. It'll end up being useful. But we commented out the toggle switch. Instead, I just want a button. Let's copy this. We're going to throw it right here. We're going to call it filter. This could end up being just an icon, I think. Yeah, we'll get the functionality in there though right now. All right, so here we need a dialog. Let's not grab this one. Let's go. Where do I want to go? Where's a good pop-up for that? I'm just totally blanking right now. Totally blanking. My courses, maybe? It's quite long. I've got to have a shorter one on round display. I think I have a shorter one. Kind of shorter. Yeah, definitely shorter. All right, on pressed, show dialog. And that should be here, I think. It is. All right, so we're going to copy that. Go back to our button here. Pop a dialog up. to let them filter. Oh, that's good. Okay. So currently when I show stats, round ID's length, it needs to be a search. So I think we're just going to immediately start looping in ChatGPT here. Yeah, nothing important up there. All right. So let's go down here, text stats holder. If a new time frame is selected, that's this, that doesn't matter. Here we go. Round IDs, sublist, 0, possible round counts. Round IDs, sublist. Where is calculate stats holder at? All round calculations. Round IDs, okay. Index of round IDs selected. So I just need this array of integers to match the round IDs of everything that I'm going to pass. Okay. We can do that. So I have an all stats view in my app, which displays all user stats over a period of time. I have an array of IDs for all of the rounds in the app. E1, 2, 3, dot. And in this view, I pass a function with the IDs of all rounds selected. ID 1, 3. Okay. My code is set up to do all of the calculations once it receives an array of all of the round IDs to include. This is easy to do with just time frame, as I can just grab the last 5 as my only filters. Currently are the last 5 rounds and the last 20, so I can just grab the 5 or 20 most recent from the round IDs array. What I like to do is give the user the option to also filter by course. How could I accomplish this? Then a dialog that pops up from a button press labeled filter. I wanted to just give me the code to perform that filter function instead of working through it myself. Another great example of something that ChatGPT is going to do so much faster. A model for your rounds, I have this, that's fine. Filter dialog. Round filter result. Inside your dialog. Oh, I see. Creating this as a separate. Okay. I don't mind creating that as a separate file. let's create a new folder. We're going to call this All Stats Management. I'm going to move this up here. Move. Okay, that's fine. We're going to do the same thing with All Stats. That didn't seem to work. Yes, move. Yes, refactor changes. And then we're going to create a new file called filter dialog dart. And that's where it wants us to kind of copy this in. So for the filter button UI, we'll try this. I was certainly going to have to get rid of a lot of this anyways, so this is not a big deal because I just copied this button over from the explanation of the round display graphics. Round filter result. Filter dialog, we're going to have to import this. That's not what I wanted actually. All right, so all stats management filter dialog. All right, and then here it wants me to copy paste this. Doesn't like a lot of what I just did. Let's go grab material. I think that's going to probably resolve a lot of them. Also, this is where it's assuming I have this. Instead of a model in your step 1, I have single variables with an array for each of those values, i.e. round courses, round pars, round dates, etc., all the same length as round IDs. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Filter dialog setup, it doesn't want to change. This needs to change. Filter round IDs. Dialog component, class filter dialog. That needs to be this. And then inside filter dialog state. Oh. Alright, then we can just copy paste this in here. Alright, and then this should go inside of the all stats view. Like so. Yeah, calculate stats is certainly not the right. Round courses, the variable is did I really not have it in here? I didn't. Okay. I probably removed it because I wasn't actually using it previously, but we need to now. Round courses, round courses provider. Okay. So now this is good. Round dates is hiding that one as well. I don't necessarily need dates. Shouldn't necessarily need dates as the round IDs of more recent rounds are always higher than later rounds. Further in the past, I increment I1 for each new round added. Update the code accordingly. So this is our filter function. Go down here and update this. Updated filter 6543 6. That's interesting. Okay, yeah, I'd have to think about that. Is that as simple as that gets? I don't need dates set up at all. Nope, okay, cool. And then calculate stats, that's going to be this. Yeah. So then we need a set state, calculate stats holder, and then this. All right, I do think that's a start. It is clearly not quite there. Am I missing a comma? I'm missing a comma. Okay. Okay, I'm not sure quite where that got me, so let's just refresh and take a look. All right, so below is the code you gave for the filter dialog. My current options are 5 rounds, 20 rounds, and all time. This also needs to have a remove filters button, deselect courses. Update this code accordingly. Yeah, much better. Much better. Okay. All right, so the buttons need to be centered. Cancel and apply text button. Yeah, okay. Factor. Wrap with the row. axis alignment, space evenly. Okay. What does this return? Courses, all stats. Filtered rounds IDs is equal to filter round. So I call it that. Okay, and then I can, maybe I can just call this. It's an integer, so it's not going to work. Why is that returning? Selected time frame. $9.99. All stats. My options are up here. 5 rounds, 20 rounds, all time. So I just need this to be a string. String. 20 rounds, all time. 5 rounds. 20 rounds, all time. I don't really care about the drop-down menu item. No, I really don't. Text. Where did I just do that? Oh, here we go. Unchanged. Selected time frame. Okay, possible time frames. Possible time frames equal to that. So selected time frame can be 0. 0. Make this 0, this 1, this 2, 5 rounds, 20 rounds, all time. This can be int index string selected time frame. No, it's going to be used. All right, so is equal to selected time frame index. Selected time frame is equal to selected time frame index val. What am I doing? What am I doing? This is possible time frames. This needs to go here. Selected time frame index is equal to val. Okay. I want it to return why is this? Where do I specify the value that I'm returning? Return title, value, actions, time frame, this course is that. It's not up here. Is it within the all stats view? Maybe like that. Count is equal to time frame. This is a string. No, okay, it seems like I don't want to take that. Possible round counts. Final all possible round counts. 520. All right, so this one we can say possible time frames. Is equal to possible time frames. No, that's not it. All possible round counts. That should be a capital C. And this one can be possible time frames, index of time frame. Is that right? All possible round counts and the index of possible time frames. Yeah. I think that's right. So time frame here is still an integer. So time frame index. No, that needs to be selected time frame. Excuse me. I'm trying to make it so that the filter actually updates the view. Is not, I am updating the stats holder. I'm not actually updating time frame. Okay, so this can be final new time frame. Set states. Let's go time frame is equal to new time frame. What else am I changing? That's it. All right, let's try that. It is updating this, it's not updating that, but I don't necessarily need it to update that, because I want this to be gone anyways. it's going to go here. Okay. Okay, so one thing this is not accounting for so one thing this code doesn't account for is what if the filter is already changed. The user changes it to show the last 20 rounds, but when they tap the filter button again, it is still on 5 rounds instead of 20. It should always reflect the latest selection by the user. So up here, filter dialog, extends stateful widget, courses, initial time frame. This gets replaced with this. Filter dialog state. It's adding these. Courses to set to list. Yes. Filter rounds. Value is going to be selected time frame. So this is the one that I actually changed to be could I just use the index? Is that? String. And then when I call it here, round courses, what else do I need? There we go. Initial time frame is going to be just time frame. Initial selected courses can be wasn't. Final selected courses. Selected courses here. I define it there. We get rid of this. And then can this become selected courses? Does that work? Let's do the refresh here. That did not update. What went wrong there? Maybe I want this defined down here. Where did I just put it at? My selected courses. Did I do it in here? I did. Is equal to round courses. Let's try this. Oh. Still not passing. So the first option still says 0. All right, so on the all stats view, on that filter button, I set time frame equal to the new frame. That is what's getting passed. Initial time frame is equal to time frame. Filter dialog, initial time frame, initial time frame. Selected time frame. Require this. Selected time frame is equal to that value. It's still equal to the index. Okay, so this needs to be possible time frames. Possible time frames. Index of selected time frame. I think that should be the fix I'm looking for. Let's go back to the stats view. So I'm trying to make it so if I select 20 here and we click apply, this updates, and then if I go back, it shows 20. Yeah, there we go. Okay. That's not bad. We can filter by courses now. Let's test it out real quick. Let's delete this round, confirm, start a round. Let's just do roots. Finish the round. Oh, that's going to erase the first one. All right, let's do the fourth then. All right, and the forward is going to be all birdies with some, I guess, eagles and an albatross in there. Just so I can make sure that the stats are actually different. If I make them all throw-ins, it's going to be hard to tell. To verify that everything's working as intended, but we can start with this. Finish round. Okay. So we've got our 2 rounds here. If we go to all stats, we've got 36 holes. If I filter and apply, it still works. If I only select the 4 golds, I get 18. Birdie, eagle, albatross. If we filter just by roots, it's only aces. It seems to be working. If I clear, we go back to 36. Okay. You have not played 5 rounds, 20 rounds, etc. is not helping anything at the moment. All-time rounds included is 2. Yeah. And there's still one change I'm going to make to this, but first on this all stats view. All right, so if we can get rid of all of this text. The rounds included I do want to keep. Maybe we just get rid of that anyways. Yeah, so we're going to get rid of this. If time frame, so let's put a parentheses around this, or do I just have numbers up here? All possible round counts, yeah. Possible round counts. It's less than. So all possible round counts, possible time frames, index of time frame. Yep, that's correct. Yeah, then rounds included. So that way, only if it's less than. So if they have, so if I save this, yeah, I updated the code enough. We're gonna have to do a quick refresh here. Not working though. All possible round counts, index of is less than. No, sorry, this should be greater than. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so now the rounds included here will only show if there's fewer rounds than what the filter has shown. So once the user scores 5 rounds in the app, this will go away on the 5-round filter. Same logic for 20 all time. I only have 2 rounds in, so it's going to show for all of these. It's not bad. That is not bad. I want filter rounds to be centered here, so that needs to happen. Not to make it bold, just to center it. I know. We want the constant. Align. Oh, actually, did I not need a text align? Yeah. Center. Did not need text style. I just want filter rounds to be centered up. Yeah, there we go. Buttons are centered. Okay, so that's, I think, a better approach to what I had previously. You can now filter by courses on this view. Should be nice. Should be nice. Okay, that's done. Display only course specific stats. Yep. The other logic I did want to change. So this is our current filter. This is my current filter logic per your example above. If the user selects last 5 rounds, single course, this filter will only return the rounds within the last 5 that were played at that course. I instead want it to return the last 5 rounds played at that course. If all courses are selected, then it's only the 5 most recent. But if there are fewer courses selected, it still needs to try and pull 5 rounds unless fewer than that exist. Does that make sense? Kind of rambly. Yes. Yes. Perfect. Let me do a refresh, make sure that didn't introduce any bugs. So the way the logic was set up previously, let's say I played 1 round at the fort and then I played 5 rounds at roots. So my latest round, number 6, was at the fort and the 5 most recent were at roots. With the logic I had previously, if this was set to 5 rounds and I selected roots, I would get no stats. Because there wasn't a round at roots within the last 5. But now it will sort only by the round at roots and then give me the last 5. Which is good. Okay. I think that's done now. I think I could confidently say that that's done. I don't need that. It says I don't. Maybe I don't need it. Let's go back. That's right, I don't need it. Okay. All right. So we've got the filter. That's done. I really need to get to some marketing stuff. I think that might be what I go to next. I do like the way this looks. This view does need some work. What don't I like about this view? I think it's just this. This down here. Let's make sure I'm staying on top of this. Come on, here we go. All right. The all stats view can now be filtered by course. Okay, and then style presets. Accent deep olive. Where's that one at? Up here. Okay, what would be better? What would be better? I have circular progress indicators and I need a better color for them. My graphics typically already include some blue and blue. My background is the below colors. The circular progress indicators need to pop like the other graphics. Let's go copy those 3 colors in here, because I think that's what I'm still using on the round display view. Round display first, second, and third. Yeah, I should have just gone to that. Yeah, just made. Okay. Those are the colors. Let's see what it gives me. Deep purple. We're just going to try some colors here. I just want to make these look a little bit better. I'm going to have to reset here. I think it's better than the green. I'll say that. I do think it's better. Let's see what other options it gave me. Vibrant, slate, blue, indigo. Try it. Let's try it. Copy, paste, reset. That's better. What about, let's delete these rounds, get to the example round, just because it is a better depiction of what most user scorecards will actually look like. All right, the delete function's still not working. Priority tasks. Delete rounds function is still not working. Fix this. Onto the priority list. Delete. Por favor, thank you. It works if I just do it again, but definitely didn't quite work there. All right, so this is going to be the normal view. I think that's a little too dark. Let me see that raspberry again on this view. I don't think I'm going to roll with this, but maybe. It's better. Acid lime. You can try it. Let's try them all. I'm gonna have to go clean up a lot of these colors. I'm gonna have way too many. I'd like for it to just be the colors that I'm using in the app. Have a nice selection to choose from. Not add any more. Ooh, that's not it. Lime is not it. I didn't try the purple. I don't think I'm gonna like the purple, but we'll try it. Just to say that I did. There typically won't be purple. Yeah, they're too dark. The raspberry and blue weren't bad, but progress indicators have a black background, and most of the colors you gave were too dark. I don't like the lime green. Progress coral. Yeah. I mean, it's not bad, but I'm waiting just to love one of them, and I don't know if that's gonna happen yet. I should just be doing all of these at once, so I'm not constantly going back and forth. I don't think I'm gonna like that yellow. We can try it, but I don't think I'm gonna be a fan of it. I wonder what about a vibrant orangish brown. It's just lying to me now. Telling me my ideas are always great. I know they're not. Might be too close to that bogey color. Yeah, I think it is. I don't think I want an orange. Cinnamon. Let's try cinnamon. I don't think I tried the orchid yet. Orchid. I could try that. That's how you say that, right? Orchid? Not the orchid I said the first time. Yeah, alright, not an orange. Let's try it. Oh, not purple. Not purple. I like the coral, but it's a bit too bright. Soft coral. Yeah. Maybe this one's the winner. Going back to that reddish color. I just can't make up my mind. I just didn't like the green. I want it to be distinguished from the colors up here. Make sure it's clear that they're different, which this does. We're going to call it there right now. I'll be specific, and if I need to generalize it later, I can. Change color of circular progress indicators on around display view. Okay. That's not great. It's not, but I might go just update all the page backgrounds. Add course. My courses first. My courses second. My courses third. Preset courses first. Get them all on the same gradient. Right now I do still have some just white screens, which isn't great, so we'll fix that. Add course. I need to copy this decoration. Let's go to this one. Instead of this, it's this. I need that import style presets. Presets. And I know I'm going to have the same thing here. Style presets. And then on courses, this needs to be my courses first, my courses second, my courses third. And then we need to copy this again, go to global courses, which is that preset course list. Replace this. Preset courses first, preset courses second, preset courses third. There we go. All right, so those now. Ooh, what did that just do? So confirm course, that's a, we'll add it here. Confirm course shouldn't work unless a course name is entered. Type course name. All right. Add a course. Where is right here? New course name. Where's my confirm button? Here we go. If new course name is not equal to that, all of this should go inside of it. Let's make a little function down here. String confirm course button text. String course name. If is that what I actually had here? Oh, I copied the wrong thing. Just to make sure that ChatGPT is not making a mistake on the copy paste. I'm sure it's not, but I'll just do that. No course name. Confirm course, and then we'll come down here. This is going to be confirm course button text, new course name. and now if I reset this, and we go to the course menu, I don't know why it says confirm course. Print course name. Course name is equal to course name. Oh, I'm just passing the wrong thing. What does the new course name start as? Starts as course name. Okay, so maybe we just make that start as this. Like so. Now let's refresh it. Nope. No course name. Doesn't do anything. If I type a letter, confirm course. If I delete a letter, see, that needs to go back now. Reject. So on typing, is there a way to check if it's empty? That's going to be my question. If value is equal to this, new course name is equal to that. So this is my block that's running every time that text field value is changed. So I'm trying to say that if the text field value is empty, I'm resetting that back to no course name. So here it goes to confirm course. There it goes back to no course name. All right, perfect. Fixed. We were updating additional backgrounds, so this is good. This is good. What other ones are we missing? This is obviously done. All stats. I'll do it on the pro comparisons. It's going to come at some point, so we might as well. Pro comparisons. This is, I actually don't like the way I've done this. Here's what we're going to do. Yes, that's exactly what we're going to do. I just need these all to be one variable. This is getting to be far too long of a list, and it gets longer with every view I add. I don't like that. Okay. That's much better. Now we will have to go update that in all the views, but that will make things substantially easier. So now it's just all stats 0, all stats 1, all stats 2. Okay, lovely, that one's done. Updated page backgrounds for additional views. to match 0.0.3 changes. Okay, add course 0, 1, 2. Done. Courses, my courses, 0, 1, and 2. Global courses, 0, 1, and 2. All right, round display, 0, 1, and 2. On scorecard, 0, 1, and 2. Main menu. We're almost there. This is gripping, I know. 2. Should have just done it the first time, but I didn't. So we're gonna do it now. No, that's 0. 1 and 2. Alright, those can go away, these can all go away. All rounds I need to update. 0, 1, and 2. Are there any other views that don't? Let's reset. Did I? Well, actually, I say that. Did I do it in the Pro Comparisons one yet? No, I definitely did not. All right. Let's go update that. Style presets. Let's go grab this. Decoration. Pro Comparisons. This goes here. Pro Comparisons. Okay. Then if I come here, now we've got the start children. All right, so we got the background there. I'm not worried about the popovers currently. I think that's it. Now all of the views have that. Okay, let's go. I can check that off for right now. They have a new appearance at first. Main menu's done, round display, all stats, settings, courses, all rounds. Yep, these are all good. So page backgrounds are done. Button designs, button designs, and fonts don't need to happen just yet. Obviously still a lot to do, but I need to jump into some marketing. I don't know why it does that, why I just lose. I just lose my bar down here. Not a fan of that. Take your time. Main display. I didn't like that at all. All right, we good now? Mac's taking a second to figure out what's going on. Marketing. That's what I want to do. So let me pull this over here. We'll go to my to-do list for the week, which was a lot of marketing. This is done. This is done. This is done. This is done. Okay. So, stuff to do. Where do I want to start? We're going to start, let's make a new chat on ChatGPT. I'm just going to do a general Google search here. I want ChatGPT to give me a marketing strategy, assuming that I'm going to launch the app in 3 months. So let's go prompts for ChatGPT to develop a mobile app marketing strategy. Let's see what that gives me. Evidently, I clicked on this one previously. Let's just look at this. I don't love that. Let's see what this web page gives me. Yeah, I want one for all of this. Can I ask ChatGPT to give me a good prompt for it? Maybe we start with that. I want to develop a marketing plan for my stat keeping app. Before I do this, I want you to help me generate a good prompt to give you in order to generate that plan. This prompt with tasking you to be a marketing expert for a growing startup. Also, the existing marketing efforts should be clear, so update the prompt to include my landing page, social media accounts, and email newsletters. The marketing sections should be focused around developing a 3-month plan for launch. Let's just see what it does with that. I want to see what sections it's going to include in this final marketing plan, and then what we'll do is we'll insert information into this prompt and let's start with this. We'll see what happens here. Developed a disc golf mobile app called C1x, which lets users quickly score their rounds, casual or tournament, and get a complete round summary of all of their statistics compared to current apps, UDisc and PDGA Live. C1x makes score input simpler, provides more statistics on the back end, and will come with a watch app that users can also operate on. I'll just say use to score their runs. My target users are any and all disc golfers who are interested in getting better, and the app helps them improve their game by making the score-keeping process simple and intuitive, while providing a high level of detail about their game, including insights on how to improve based on their performance. So far, I built a landing page. I'll link to that so it can see it. I should go update the image on this. Don't need to do it right now. Created social media accounts, Instagram, Threads, YouTube. Started sending out an email newsletter. Interested subscribers. I currently record, live stream, and upload all of my development, including coding, marketing, etc., to the C1x YouTube channel. And I've started testing with a group of about 15 testers. I think it's like 25. I'll make it a little bit lower, just I don't want to give an inflated sense to ChatGPT of where the app might be. 25 people say they will. How many people actually end up downloading it and testing it? Probably not 25. Within a list from that email newsletter. Done some early outreach, really just through testing and word of mouth. And the app currently has just those 15 testers. Preparing for launch, and I want to focus to actionable 3-month marketing plan. Marketing budget. Bootstrapped, meaning I'm doing it on my own. Hire in-person channels. Please break down the 3-month steps. Okay. Also include. All right. I think that's going to be our prompt. We'll see what it gives me there. Another thing that I need to do here, while that's loading, I'm going to log into Buffer. It's a platform I use currently to make my active social media a little bit easier. I need 2 channels. Yeah. It's annoying because their free version only allows 3 channels, and they're not cheap. It's like $50 a month or something. maybe it's not quite that much, but it's like my total side hustle income just to add more accounts, and I'm not going to do that. It makes it easier for me to post on social media because I hate posting on social media, but I know I have to for stuff like this. So I'm going to disconnect the YouTube of Throw with the Pros from this. And I'm going to connect the channel, and we're going to connect no more channel connections available. Clearly I'm at 2 of 3. There we go. Allow. No, I don't. That's the wrong Instagram. Yeah, let's go to, this may not be anything that I don't want to show here. Let's switch accounts, C1x. All right, now we've got to hide. What just happened? I think I just lost all of my come on. Jeez. Are we still recording? Is this still working as intended? Yeah. All right. I don't know what that was about, but not a fan of it, that's for sure. No, you logged me into the wrong one. Switch accounts. No, it's not even showing it. C1x. Why isn't it's not even an option there. C1x disc golf. What is my, now I've got to remember what my, what's my username? C1x, there we go, yeah. All right, now we're there. So now can I go connect? Back to Buffer here, connect to Instagram. C1x disc golf, perfect, allow. Now this should go back to Buffer. I should have it connected. Yeah. Beautiful. So now, no posting goal. I can quickly create posts. So Buffer just lets me do this. I can type, I can import from Canva directly. It's much nicer for me to try to do social media stuff on a computer as opposed to doing it on my phone. That's the bane of my existence, is posting on a phone. Can't stand it. Don't really like it on here either, but this will at least make posting on C1x easier. Let's go to on C1x. If I go to settings, I don't know if this is going to have anything I don't want it to. I want to try and make sure that I can automatically post on. It's frozen for some reason. I don't know what its issue is. Here we go. Content preferences, no. This is going to be a make buffer Instagram posts automatically go to Threads and Facebook as well. Yeah, this is my concern. Connecting and refreshing. No, no, no. Another Instagram account. Location. Send via buffer won't auto publish on Facebook. Is that just with scheduling though? Because you have the option to schedule a post or just immediately post it. And I don't know if setting. Doesn't seem like that's going to work. So I have a Facebook page and a Threads for C1x. I was thinking maybe I could just auto post all of them, but doesn't seem like that's how that works. I do wonder if there's any way just to go on my mobile and look at posts already sent and then see if I can retroactively share them on Facebook. I'll have to look at that. We will have to look at that. Set up Instagram to auto publish on Facebook and Threads. Back to Instagram. Tap cross posting. Go to your profile. Cross posting. Is this because I'm on desktop and not mobile? I'm sure let's try and fix this real quick. Oh, I don't know if you could hear that, but I've got a disc golf basket right next to me for my indoor putting practice. All right, so if I go to the account, go to the menu, cross-posting. It's not sharing across profiles. C1x. I don't want to share it to that. I want to share it to the page. Those are profiles. I think if I go to throw at the pros, what does it look like there? Cross post. There is a Facebook page. That is not how C1x seems to be set up. It's not right. I have these. Edit profile. All right. Edit profile. Below profile information. Profile information. That section doesn't exist. Oh, here we go. Continue. Definitely isn't listed like they say it is, but continue. Connect. I think I tried this previously and just gave up because Facebook was being an absolute pain. Okay. So it's now connected to the page, I think. And if I go to cross posting now, there we go. Beautiful. Okay. So now cross posting is set up to automatically go to the C1x Facebook page. That's great. What about enable Instagram cross posting to threads? Not that threads is overly important, but yeah, it just wants me to do it in the app. Okay. Can't quite do that through Buffer, but it sounds like I can't do any of this through Buffer. Right? Seems like that's what I'm getting here. Well, it is added to Buffer for easy posting if I need to. It's annoying that it won't automatically share to threads in Facebook because I'm sure Instagram's API is making that a pain, but let's go check out this marketing plan. It feels kind of brief. I was expecting it to be deeper. this out. Love this. This is very broad and not specific. This needs to be a detailed report. So if you are presenting this to the board of a prominent startup, what are the specific steps? What metrics are we tracking exactly, and what values are we looking for in those metrics? What is the cost for running each step? This is missing lots of information. Whoa. All right, well, that looks better at least. Definitely looks closer to what I'm trying to get to. What's next? I wanted to drag this over here real quick. Make a general C1x post. One thing that I have found to be pretty successful with Throw with the Pros is Instagram marketing campaigns. And as I get closer to launch for C1x, I would like to do the same. So let's go C1x branding, Instagram, general ads. All right, so this is going to be where I'll start. Obviously, this is for the wrong app. I see that. Keeping these rolling. That might be what I start with. Let's just delete that page. I'll keep the string page just in case, that's fine. You can delete this page. Let's delete that page. We got, this needs to be, this is not the right thing actually. Let's go back to projects. We can close out a buffer, close out an Instagram. C1x branding, Instagram. It's not the right ratio. New design, Instagram post. Paid advertisement. Let's see if there's anything else, any new options for the mobile. I don't think so. Not something that I'm going to love, I don't think. I don't even really like any of the paid ones. That's not bad. Wouldn't be hard for me to create on my own, so maybe we just go to projects, C1x, Instagram. we'll just start with this. Why is it? What is this? Okay, fine. For whatever reason, it's going to the next one. That's terrible, but I don't care. I actually have... I recently did one for Throw It to Pros. Oh, dang it. Dang it. Go back. Close these out. Projects, folders, Throw It to Pros branding, Instagram, new general posts. Yeah. Okay, and so here we can go uploads. Where is it at? There we go. Okay. C1x. Disc golf stat keeping reimagined. Can I go back to the Instagram? This is fine. Maybe that's not bad. Obviously we'll have different graphics. I can go ahead and chuck those in here right now. That doesn't really matter. Like so. Yeah. What do I want the background to be? Maybe that's the real question. I don't know. What do I want the background to be? It doesn't necessarily hurt to just leave it as that for now, but it's probably not going to stay. I don't think I have anything else great here. Probably not the best. That's a picture from a whole sponsorship I did with Throw It to Pros. I'm not going to have anything else on there. I might leave this as a stopping point for now, though. I kind of have a general template, and it's not something I'm going to run until C1x is launched anyways, or really close to it at least, so. We're going to call that good for now. Let's see what this marketing plan looks like. C1x Growth Strategy Lead. Wow. Okay. It's a lot. Qualified waitlist of 500 users. Grow community presence. Establish marketing structure. I feel like this is missing a lot of stuff still. Alright, so I'm not doing any digital badges. There will be no paid pro features in C1x, and this seems to still be missing a lot of actionable steps. Saying devlog clips doesn't help me at all. I want the high level pitch to the execs, but also the fine details to actually give to someone to complete the work. Another example, local partnerships. With who? What do I have to offer them? What should the flyers and stickers look like? All phases, steps, and metrics need to include this level of detail. This is better. Your phase 2 launch window includes an objective of achieving 1,000 app downloads. How am I supposed to receive app downloads for an app that hasn't launched yet? not launching the app for another 2 months. I still have a lot of development to do. Plan needs to include testing and generating feedback, in addition to growing social presence and building a waitlist. I like this little wave that ChatGPT has. This is kind of fun. Okay. Analyze and act on tester feedback. Waitlist growth. Partnership goal. Social content plan. I notice your phase 2 includes 0 posts to social media outside of the 2-minute walkthrough. This is a big gap. I also already have a graphic made to display my own tournament rounds as a point of advertising, slightly larger reach on my personal account than the C1x Instagram account, and another graphic to highlight tournament rounds from recent DGPT events, C1x Insta page. This all needs to be captured in your plan. Lots of revising here. I want to relatively soon commit to a launch date with C1x. And I do want to have a marketing plan that I can follow to try and build up some traction. I think that's something I did pretty poorly with Throw at the Pros, was building a little momentum before I launched the app. I would love to do a better job of that. And this might be something that I continue kind of refining off video, off camera. And then we just kind of run through once it's finished. social media expansion, yeah. because my tournament round graphics are already created, couldn't I use them in phase 1 as well? How would you suggest reaching out to the local disc golf courses? Who is in charge of them? I already have a C1x landing page built, stated in the initial prompt. And I'm not interested in A/B testing for this, but rather optimizing the one landing page as needed. What other information is it missing? What should the structured feedback form include? I already have a draft one ready, but it's a single long form prompt. What personal follow-ups should I do? And how do I identify high intent users? Do not have C1x connected to any external database and have no way to track this outside of the app. Lots of information still missing. Okay. Summary KPIs. I don't like this. You didn't type out 2 and 3. I need the full report. Can I not do this? Now it seems like I can't. Okay, so now it's got to be over here. Now that I ran out of my free plan on ChatGPT. Imagine that you are a first-time app developer trying to build a marketable product and momentum towards a launch. Mostly true for me. What information is missing from this report? Identify what else would be helpful and add it into a revised version. this is a bit better. Definitely getting closer to what I'd be looking for. Okay. Maybe that's what I think is useful. Maybe this is enough. Maybe we stop here. we're going to copy and paste this whole thing. Into an email. I would like to, I'd like to print that out for my own review, which I will not do on video, but coming. That is a good start. Now let's go back to a Google search here, and let's just say, how can bootstrapped founders use AI for marketing? What is this? Smarketly. Let's Google that. What is this? Page builder editor. Is this it? What's the pricing look like? Early stage with MVP, yeah. No revenue. Disc golf mobile app. Reimagining the way scorekeeping is done and stats are reported. Just me. Bootstrapped. I suppose content creation and sharing. Social media marketing for your business is probably important. Yeah, let's leave that out for right now. Is it going? I see the little blue bar at the top. I don't know if it's actually doing anything for me, but what the heck? All right, let's reload it. That's silly. website, your pricing tool is not working. I don't like that this doesn't. Like, why is there still a blue line up here? Ugh. All right, screw that. Going back. Don't need these. Don't need these. Here we go. This isn't really helpful. It's not what I was looking for. So maybe it's just within this post. Perhaps. Well, maybe it's just reviewing this marketing plan and I go from there. There's a question I had. I can get this answered real quick. I'd like to post, actually, this can just be on here. I'd like to post tournament graphics for pro rounds. Say, for example, a Paul Macbeth round from a TGPT event that happened last week. In my graphic, where the only visuals will be ones I own or are created by me using C1x, I'd like to list Paul Macbeth's name, the logo for the company that filmed the round, where I'm getting my info from, and the DGPT logo for the tournament. I'll include a text box above that says as seen on, above the media company's graphic. It says as seen on. Is this legal? Okay, that's fine. Perfect. Okay. So what I'm getting at here, what I would like to do is, show a graphic like this. ChatGPT is telling me that that's not allowed. I want to use the media company logo. Is there another phrasing I can use besides as seen on, which eliminates the potential of someone thinking they endorse the context? Don't journalism companies do this all the time with a original source? Coverage by. I just don't like how by is such a short word. that's my only complaint right here. Maybe just that. Let me just make it a little bit smaller. A little bit smaller. A little bit smaller. Alright, I've addressed this issue. What about using the DGPT graphic from a specific event? Not the DGPT logo, but a visual created solely for that tournament. Yeah, just create my own visuals, I know. But I don't want to. I don't want to. I like the visuals they already have. Alright, so we can stick with the player names. I'm going to stick with the coverage by. But I will create my own tournament graphics. Can I get an example one here? Let's they can all be the same style of text. This is what I'm using for. Maybe I just do this. Maybe this is easy enough. What was the example it gave? $20.25 DGPT. Portland Open. Like so. What was, so I have, oh, I put it in a new file. Okay. Because I played in a couple DGPT events and they typically indicate, and even just the information they sent out to us, how to reference. So like that one would have been really long. This was 2025 DGPT Northwest Disc Golf Championship, which is just crazy long. I can do this though. So I can, this is my own logo. Obviously Canvas logo is what I'm utilizing here. DGPT. Like so. There were a light red and blue. So I could always like kind of like that color. Theirs is the opposite though. Yeah. All right. Like this. Dark blue, navy blue. Oh, yeah, so I could always, I guess, just do something like that. Yeah. naming ceremony, player, parking schedules. So not that one. More information. I guess I wonder if the players. Let's try this real quick. I'm wondering if I have to include like presented by down below as well. Header of this page. Okay, so what if we go? Yeah, okay. Obviously I can change the colors and whatever else, but a starting point for sure. Let's see how this looks. Yeah. Obviously I've changed the colors a little bit since this, but this is all right. Cool. All right, so as seen on addressed. What else was I doing? Was ChatGPT responding to something for me? No, it was just about the as seen on. Okay. I think maybe I call that here, call that it for today. If I go back up to that phase 1, what was it? Launch social channels. So maybe we go with a in your marketing plan above, update each social post suggestion or tactic with an example caption that could be used along with what the corresponding graphic could look like. Provide an updated plan. No. This is great, but type out the full phase 2 and 3 as well, including the same change for any social post suggestions so that I can copy and paste this. Yeah. No, they're still including this though. There's no pro access. More suggestions still include offering pro access, which I've stated will not exist in the app. Come up with other things to offer. I don't know what's going on here. Oh, it's still typing. And update the full report accordingly. Alright, it's getting there now. Okay. Please update the report to include text descriptions of what the social features, any C1x swag or other items, and early input opportunities could look like. Edit it again. All right. Once that's done, where'd it go? No. I need the full report with these changes. Also make sure your potential budget reflects these items. Yeah, it's just not over here. Where's it at? Where'd it go? It says it's going. I just don't see it. We'll see what happens. There we go. A network error occurred. Did it occur? Where did that go? That's in there. Is there a budget section in your report? It's just ChatGPT is screwed at the moment. I don't know what's going on. I can't see the report anymore. Type the full thing out in the chat. Did you stop typing? The report isn't finished. There we go. Package. Well, are there any other questions I have? That's not bad. Like, this is a pretty good start. ChatGPT is not perfect, but it is close. I like that idea. I like that idea. Lots of good ideas. Lots of really good ideas. Please update your report to calendar sequence for what order to complete these tasks in, i.e. instead of just weeks 1 to 4, complete complete week 1. Break it out by each week. Then package the report. Make sure all of the current information is still included in this. Then package it into a PDF. This does not include the same information. Just follow the instructions. This is not it. I wanted the exact same detail from the previous report, just broken out into individual weeks instead of phases. phase 1 includes a promise of lifetime premium stats. Didn't I state that there was no paid or premium content? Yes, updated full plan and in a PDF. Maybe this will do what I want it to do. I don't know. I don't know. File not found. If I click it, it says the file not found. Type, paste the full text in here. Caption example from the stats spotlight. Let's see if that's how it was breaking it out up here. Step by step. It is, okay. So it is copying the original information, which is good. That's what I wanted it to do. This is still wrong though. Your report shows a launch happening in week 5. I said previously that I needed 2 months. This is a better time. Now provide the exact same details as requested in previous reports with this new timeline of 2 months to launch. I want to get it to a point. I'm going to reprint it out, email it to myself so I can review it, and I want it to be at a point where I don't have any more obvious changes needed. This is already done. Discord server, I don't know if I love that. All right, changes to make. Please update the full report with these. Don't like using Discord and would like a different platform. Do I even want a different platform? Maybe I'll just use Discord. I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan of it, but alternatives to using Discord. List them in the report, but keep Discord as an option. Report and how they could be implemented, but keep Discord as an option. All right, next. Provide more detail on how to improve subscribe page layout, which is the C1x landing page. Direct feedback opportunities. What is setting up Hotjar? I created my subscribe page IO landing page using MailerLite. Can this be implemented through that platform? Design and prepare flyers. What should the flyers and stickers, detailed design notes below? Okay, that's fine. Include designs such as the flyer and sticker design suggestions with the task where they are created, not where they, not with the task for posting or displaying. Captions. My biggest obstacle is creating content. I hate doing it. Are there tools I can use which might make that easier and more streamlined? List them with how they are implemented, how they work, and what the cost is to use them. Include this in the report. Specifically list out what the different input option sections of the feedback form should be, including how to word them in order to get the most engagement. Helpful to me, but not too hard for a user to type in on their phone. Finalize list. Put together a quick list. Don't need details of the micro influencers I could reach out to, and include this in the week 3 section of the report. Also include a brief example of the outreach I could send to them. Include examples for all suggested emails and messages. Where were the swag packs at? Didn't talk about that, did it? No, it did not. I will not be submitting the app to iOS and Google until week 7. Update your report to reflect this. Still launching in week 9. You mentioned swag packs and instruction PDFs. What do these consist of? Again, wherever a task is listed to create something like creating or finalizing the swag packs, this needs to break down what they actually consist of. Landing page. Not very good. You list finalized partnerships with disc golf related brands, but don't specify what brands, what the partnership consists of, how to reach out to them, what I'm offering, etc. You can't say to finalize something without including the information on how to set it up in the first place. You also list posting about launch in week 5, despite both of us stating that this would not happen until week 9. That might be good enough. What's an email drip campaign? How do I set this up? Include this in the report. What local tournaments should I attend for flyer sticker distribution? Give me options in the report with your reasoning. I'm worried it's just going to miss all of these. Maybe it won't, but... All right. This is definitely better. Made up an example. Get out of here. Why are 5 and 6 so short? And 7 is so short. That is not what existed up above. Why did you shorten some of the week plans, i.e. weeks 5 through 7, so much compared to the original? You need to implement the requested changes without removing any detail. All of my requests were based on adding detail. Yes, post the entire full updated plan in here again. No PDF. Here we go. Okay. 5 and 6 is still so short. You're doing the exact same thing. Good Lord. Just like, look how long week 7 is here. Your week 5, 6, 7 are all still substantially shorter than they were in previous versions. Why is this? They should contain as much detail as the previous and following weeks. Your week 7 plan, for example, in this latest version, for example, states that I am only submitting the app to Apple, Google, and preparing posts. Social media posts. Same thing for week 8. Am I really not doing anything else during those 2 weeks? For the couple of things you did list, why is there so much less detail you included in the first 4 weeks? Yeah, I need the full thing though. We're gonna get there. One thing I want to do this week, this is probably not been worth it all, even putting on video, but here we are. I use my to-do list, this to-do list app down here, already for my social media calendar for Throw with the Pros, which is often somewhat limited, but I want to do the same thing for C1x. I want to build up towards this launch, and the ultimate goal here is to get this full report, take the time to review it. Yes, repost the entire 12-week plan. And then implement that into my Todoist app. This is, that's what I've been using for all of our C1x coding, just like this, but I essentially want to take this report, condense it slightly into what I actually want to do on a weekly basis, with whatever information is helpful and what's not, and just create that within a calendar and Todoist so I can actually check it on my phone, check things off, make sure that I'm hitting each step. Yes, continue generating. Why is week 2? No. Oh, you're killing me. Terrible. You provided an example of what you were going to write for weeks 5 through 7, which looked great, but you then condensed them heavily again in your full report. Also did this with other weeks. How many times do I have to say it? Maybe it's gonna take a second. But yeah, I want to put it in here. I could ask ChatGPT to put it into a format that I could copy into Todoist, but this is already proving hard enough. I don't think it's quite ready for that yet. And I should read the full report and modify it as needed. I'm just trying to get it to a point where it includes all the obvious things that I can think of. Are you working on it? Okay. It's going to post it on its own. We got quite a bit done. We did made some coding changes. All right, so we did the C1x stream. That included, let's go back here. Did I do anything else beyond this? Updated page backgrounds. No, I think that was about it. So coding, design improvements. Can't write. I keep a daily log of just everything that I did for the day. Not everything. That's excessive, but big picture stuff. Coding and design improvements. We created graphics. Graphic creation. And we did marketing and legal with ChatGPT. Got quite a bit. Is it posted? No, it's not posted. Is there anything else I want to do right now? I am going to have probably another video to do tomorrow, hopefully a little bit shorter. I want to let ChatGPT give me some ideas on new stats to produce, given the information that I'm already gathering during scorekeeping. We're going to create the actual schedule in Todoist once I've had a chance to read this report. So that's something I'll try and do. I probably won't reading that report, marking it up. I'm going to do that on my writing tablet, so that's not something that'll go on video here, but creating the to-do list probably will. Updating the C1x logo app icon. That's something that we'll probably do tomorrow. Those might be about it. I was hoping to copy and paste this into the email and in the video with that, but boy, is it taking a while. Save this, close it out. Save this, close it out. I think I like the text. I don't think this is bad. It probably could be moved up a little bit like that. Yeah. Take me a few minutes. I feel like it's been a few minutes. So I will probably call the video there once this prints out. Hopefully it does. We can do one more check. Still working. In the next few minutes, yeah. So we're gonna call it there. My screen, has it really been frozen this whole time? This is brutal. This is brutal. I've been doing this all on my actual web capture, and it's not, like, I'll restart it right now, and now it's, so that's all been missed. Hopefully it wasn't that long. It's mostly just been me typing out ChatGPT, making edits. It was me typing out a long message about the changes that I was looking for, which was this. I was doing this. This has all been on the screen. I'm recording. It just seems like the recording stopped at some point for an unknown reason. Hopefully I got this creation that I was changing these graphics. I don't know if I actually did or not. Silly. I'll have to go back and look. I'm probably not going to cut it because I was still talking about stuff, but if my screen has been frozen for the past hour or 2 hours, I apologize. That's my bad. Anything else? I don't think so. We'll call it there for today. I'll get this report. I'll go through it. Tomorrow we'll be using ChatGPT a little bit more, but unrelated to the specific marketing plan, thank goodness. But trying to build out a schedule for the next 2 months to get this marketing going. That's it. That's all I got. I gotta call it. Thanks for watching. If you're watching after the screen froze. And yeah, we'll see you in the next one.